Hello and welcome to Grammar Gallery. So after a gap of almost 1 week, we are back with a new video. So as we already promised you, when I uploaded my first video, I told all of you, my viewers, that apart from grammar, we are going to take different subjects like the mathematics, then how to face the examination. So such kind of videos will be uploaded in future. But in today's situation, if we will see that, as you know that in across the world we have the global pandemic of COVID-19. So that's why the students are not able to go to schools and colleges. So that's why I have decided that to take 1 or 2 chapters of mathematics, and that will help a lot for the students. And in today's video we will have the mathematics of 10th standard. Okay, so it will cover up both the state syllabus as well as the CBSE syllabus, right? So let's start today's video. So before to start today's video, I would like to ask you again, please subscribe the channel if you have not subscribed so far, because if you subscribe the video you will get such kind of more videos. Then let's start today's video. So today's first video on mathematics, we will have the first chapter, that is called arithmetic progression. Let's see first the meaning of arithmetic progression. So an arithmetic progression is a list of numbers in which each term is obtained by adding a fixed term. Here term means the number, don't get confused here. Term means the number itself. So term is obtained means to get by adding a fixed term except the first term. So that is called arithmetic progression, and shortly we call as AP. So let's see the standard form of an AP. The standard form of an AP is A, then A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D, A plus 4D, and so on. Here A means the first term and D it shows the common difference. Let's see 1 or 2 example here. For example, if I do write here 2, 4, 6, 8. Here A is the first term, that is 2. Then D is the common difference. Can you guess what is the difference between these two numbers 4 and 2? The difference is 4 minus 2 equal to 2. You can also find out the common difference by using the formula. Suppose T equal to A2 minus A1, or D equal to A3 minus A2, or you can also take D equal to A4 minus A3. So this is the way we can find out the common difference. So D for common difference here. And remember, A, this is called the first term as A1, A plus D, this is called the second term as A plus D, this is third, fourth and fifth term. Look at here, these numbers are the list of numbers. Here every number is getting by adding the preceding term. Is it 2 plus 4, 2 plus 2 equal to 4, 4 plus 2 equal to 6, 6 plus 2 equal to 8, except the the first term. Now look at the formulas. Which are the formulas that we can use here very easily to find out the terms? Number 1 formula is to find the nth term of an AP. To find out the nth term of an AP, the formula is here. Nth term equal to A plus into n minus 1 D. If you take the second one, sum of nth term, remember most of the students I have seen so far, especially in SSLC students, the 10th standard students, they will get confused most of the time when to use the formula nth term and when to use the formula Sn. Look at here, the sum of n term is Sn equal to, this is the formula, or I have one more formula to adapt for this one to find out the sum of the nth term. This is n by 2 into A plus L. But remember, to use this formula one should know the last term. if the last term is given. Here L for last term. So now before to go further, let me show a very few interesting facts. The example is here like 3, 6, 9, 12. This is example number 1. If I take example number 2, if I take 4, 8, 12, 16. If I take the third example like 2, 4, 8, 10, 15. We have 3 list of numbers here. In first case, can you see here, A is the first term, that is 3. Common difference is also 3. 6 minus 3 equal to 3, or 9 minus 6 equal to 3. 12 minus 9 equal to 3. That means every time we are getting the common difference as 3. So that's why this is an AP, right? Take the second example, 4, 8, 12, 16. Every time, look at the common difference here. Every time 4 has been added. That means the common difference is here 4, and this is also AP. But the next one is the third one, 2, 4, 8, 10, 15. This is not an AP. Can you guess what? Look at the difference is here 2. The difference between these two terms is here 4. The difference between these two terms is 2, and difference between these two terms is 5. Here all the common differences are different to each other, so that's why this is not an AP. So one more question, you will get such kind of one more question. And now if we go through the exercise, let's see a few questions. A question is given. The question is, if A equal to 2 and D equal to 4, find the first 4 terms of the AP. Look, how to find out the first 4 terms of AP. For first 4 terms of AP, you should know the standard form of AP. The standard form of AP is, as you know, that A1 equal to A. Therefore, A1 equal to what? 2. Take the second one, A2 equal to A plus D. Therefore, substituting A equal to 2 plus D equal to 4. Therefore, the second term is 6. If you take A3, means the third term of the AP, it is A plus 2D. Substituting A equal to 2 plus 2 into D equal to 4. Therefore, 2 plus 4 to the 8, it is 10. If you want to find out the fourth term, then you should take A plus 3D. Substituting again A equal to 2 plus 3 into D equal to 4. Therefore, 2 plus 3 4s are 12, it is 14. The 4 terms of the AP are 2, then 6, 10 and 14. So such the way you can find out the first 4 terms of the AP, where A is 2 and D is 4. The similar kind of questions, it will be easy for you if you follow this pattern. This is not a difficult job. Let's see one more example. Now we will take a few textbook examples here. In the 1.1, the third question is given. First question is given, 3, 1, minus 1, minus 3. We need to find out when the first term is A, as you know that, write the first term and the common difference. Remember, first term means A equal to 3, first term. Then common difference means D. How to find out D? We have the simple way to find out common difference. I told you, you can take A2 minus A1 or A3 minus A2 or A4 minus A3. This is the way to find out the common difference. I can take any. Look here, if I take here A2 minus A1, what is A2 here? 1 minus, what is A1 here? 3. So 1 minus 3 equal to minus 2. Let's see another one. If I take A3 minus A2, what is A3 here? A1, A2, A3. Substituting A3 equal to minus 1, put minus, what to subtract? 1 plus 1. Therefore, minus 1 and minus 1 equal to minus 2. So this is the way to find out the first term and common difference. There are so many questions are there. You can just follow this same kind of patterns, you will get all the answers very easily. So if I take the fourth main, so in the fourth main there are almost 15 questions are there. In each question it has asked that which of the following are APs. If they form an AP, find the common difference D and write 3 more terms. We will go for one question first, number 1. Look at 2, 4, 8 and 16. First they asked that whether it is an AP or not. Look here, the question is here. To know the AP, if the common difference are equal, it is called an AP. Let's see what are the common differences here. D equal to A2 minus A1 means 4 minus 2. That means we will get answer 2. Take another D. The common difference of these two terms now, 8 minus 4, we will get again 4. If you take another D, 16 minus 8, we will get 8. So if you see in this list of numbers, in this AP, we will have common difference as 2, 4 and 8. All the common differences are different, therefore it is not an AP. That's all. If it is AP, then find the next 3 terms. I will show a very difficult question. I have observed in my classes that most of the students always asked this question. Look, question number 5. 3 plus root 2, then 3 plus 2 root 2, next 3 plus 3 root 2. Now the question is whether it is an AP or not. Remember again, to know whether it is an AP or not, you should find out first the common difference. Let's start with the common difference. D equal to A2 minus A1, 3 plus root 2 minus 3, then plus 3 and minus 3 will be subtracted, we will get only square root 2. Take the another one, 3 plus 2 root 2 minus 3 plus root 2. For subtraction, always use bracket, then there won't be any mistake. Otherwise, there is a possibility of getting wrong. 3 plus 2 root 2 minus into plus minus 3 minus into plus minus root 2. Plus 3 and minus 3 equal number, opposite signs. Subtract it. Then 2 root 2 minus 1 root 2 equal to root 2. 2 are equal, but we need to see whether the difference between these two terms are also equal or not. For that, again find out D. 3 plus 3 root 2 minus 3 plus 2 root 2. So 3 plus 3 root 2 minus into plus minus 3 minus into plus minus 2 root 2 again these 2 will be cancelled. 3 root 2 minus 2 root 2 equal to 1 root 2. Hence, it's an AP. Why it is an AP? Because all the common difference is root 2, again root 2. Now, according to the question, if it is an AP, find out the next 3 terms. Now, let's see next 3 terms. Here already 4 terms are given, A1, A2, A3, A4. Next 3 terms means A5, A6, A7. Let's see, A5 equal to A plus 4D. I told you A means the first term itself is called as A. Then write down here 3 plus 4. D equal to root 2. Substituting D equal to root 2. 3 plus 4 root 2. Okay, this is the 5th term. 6th term, A plus 5D. Substituting A equal to again 3 plus 5 into root 2. Therefore, 3 plus 5 root 2 is the 6th term. If I take the 7th term, A7, A plus 6D. Substituting A equal to 3 plus 6 into root 2. Therefore, it is 3 plus 6 root 2. This is the way to solve these kind of questions. This is not a difficult task. If we talk about the easiness of the question, it is very simple question. You need to understand what the question is all about, and accordingly you can solve one by one. I hope there is no such difficulties in these questions. If we go through the next exercise, from next exercise we will have the questions. Those can be solved easily by using the formula. Now let's look at the questions. The question is, fill in the blanks in the following table. In fact, there is a table is given. I will take one more question for if you can get it easily. Again, the question is, I will write second main first question. 1.2 second main first question. Remember, this is in state textbook, and in CBSE textbook you will get this one as 5.2. The question number will be the same questions. It is written 30th term of the AP 10, 7, then 4 is. We need to find out the 30th term. In fact, there are 4 options are given. Option A is given as 97, option B 77, option C minus 77, and option D is minus 87. This is the question for us. Okay, first take, what is A here? Look at the list of numbers. A is the first term, so A equal to 10. D equal to 7 minus 10 equal to minus 3. N equal to 30. We need to find out the 30th term. I will show the same question in 2 ways. You can follow any one of the method. Number 1, by using the formula. This is the formula for you, right? I need to find out A30. Substituting A equal to 10, N equal to 30 minus 1, D equal to minus 3. So 10, 30 minus 1, 29. 29 into minus 3, 29 into minus 3, 87. Okay, that means minus 87. 10 minus 87 equal to how much? Minus 77. That is the answer, and the option C is correct. Suppose you forgot the formula in examination, what will happen? Nothing will happen. The simple logic is you are finding out here the 30th term. So according to the standard form of an AP, what is the 30th term? A30 equal to A plus 29D. Is it? So substituting A equal to 10 plus 29 into minus 3. Look at 10 plus into minus minus 29 into 3 equal to 87. 87 minus 10 equal to minus 77. So this is the way we can solve the questions very easily. Now we will have two more questions from this exercise. Number third main. Let me show you in the third main. This is not the difficult one, the third main. Third main, the question is, following APs, find the missing terms in the boxes. Look at the boxes here. The first one is 2, then there is a box, then 26. The question is, we have to find out the missing term of this box. Look here, this one is A, or you can also write as A1 equal to 2. Fine. This one is A1, A2, A3. This is A3 equal to 26. I will take this one. Look at A3 equal to 26. So what is the standard form of A3? A plus 2D equal to 26. Now substituting A equal to 2 plus 2D equal to 26. Now 2D equal to 26, I will take plus 2 into right hand side, it will become minus 2. So 2D equal to 26 minus 2 equal to 24. D equal to 24 by 2. D equal to 2 ones are 2 12s. Now actually the missing box is the the second box. This is the second box, means you need to take A2, A1, A2, A3. So A2 equal to what? A2 equal to A plus D. Again substituting A equal to 2 plus D equal to, just we got here 12, then 12 plus 2 equal to 14. So in the missing term of the box, it is 14. So we have two kind of boxes. If you see your textbook very carefully, the first kind is the first term is given and also the last term is given. But look at the second question. Here the first box is itself a blank. We need to fill the first box. Then it is given 13, then another box, then finally 3 is given. To find out the missing term of two boxes, the difference between here, we already knew the first term, that is A, but in this question we do not know what is A. That is the important fact. Okay, anyway we can do it. A1, A2, A3, A4. That means, as you know, this is A2. A2 equal to 13. A2 equal to A plus D. This is 13. A plus D equal to 13. This is the first equation. Take the another one. This is A3 and A4. A4 equal to 3. A4 equal to A plus 3D equal to 3. This is equation number 2. Now by taking both the equation, as you know that simultaneous linear equation, in the same textbook in this year you will get one more chapter, the third chapter, that is called the pair of linear equation in two variables. So there you will get such kind of questions again. Let's see here. A plus D equal to 13. Now A plus 3D equal to 3. Subtract the equation number 2 from 1. For that we need to change the signs. Plus a minus a is cancelled. D minus 2d equal to d minus 3d equal to minus 2d. 13 minus 3 equal to minus 10. Is it? No, it is not minus 10. It should be 13 minus 3 equal to plus 10. You should be very careful about subtracting here. If you get one or two signs, even the mistakes, then you are in deep trouble. So d equal to 10 divided by minus 2. D equal to 2 ones are 2 5s are. The answer is minus 5. We already know that d is minus 5. Now to find out the a. To find out the first term, we have two equations here. I can take any one of these equations. So if I take the first equation, a plus d equal to 13, substituting a equal to, in fact still we didn't get it, a plus d equal to minus 5 equal to 13. A plus into minus 5 equal to 13. A equal to 13, take minus 5, it will plus 5. A equal to 18. So the first term is 18 and the common difference is minus 5. Got it? Now we need to find out these two boxes. This is the first box is blank. That means the first term is A1. A1 means A. Therefore, the first box, it will become 18. Now this is the third box. Third box means I should take here A3 equal to A plus 2D. A equal to, just we got here 18 plus 2. 2D means 2 into D. Substituting D equal to minus 5. 18 plus into minus 5 2s are 10. 18 minus 10 equal to 8. So in this box you will get 8. Okay, this is the way to solve these questions easily. There is nothing difficult about it. You will get the marks easily once you know that what is an AP and at the same time the concept of the AP. If you know the concept of the AP, so you can get it easily, this question be done. Now I would like to take one or two more questions, then we will make one more video of this AP. There will conclude the videos. Okay, that will be the better option. Let's see another question. There is a question, very interesting question is coming on your way. Find the 31st term. It is question number 7. We need to find out 31st term, that means A31. Of an AP whose 11th term is 38. 11th term means A11 equal to 38. And the 16th term is 73. A16 equal to 73. Let's see how can we get it. Use the same pattern. Use the same pattern, you won't have anything to worry about it. First, by taking 11th term, that means if A11 equal to 38, then what can you do here? Substituting A11 equal to how much? A plus 10D equal to 38. Then for this one, A16 equal, this is equation number 1. For if A16 equal to 73, then what can you take here? A plus 15D equal to 73. And you need to follow the same patterns. First find out the value of D, then you can find out the value of A, and finally you will come to the A31st means A plus 30D. So this is the way to solve it. Let's see if the question is a little bit of different. Here if we talk about a certain kind of a different question, there is if we take the question number 10. Let's see question number 10. This is a little bit of different question comparing to the last few questions, but still we will follow the same pattern. The 17th the 17th term of an AP, 17th term, A17. The 17th term of an AP exceeds its 10th term. 10th term exceeds means to get more, I mean to add it, and it should be exceeds by 7, that means plus 7. Now the question is find the common difference. Common difference means you should find out D. Let's see how to do it. First, is it clear now for each and everyone? I hope so. 17th term means A plus 16D. 10th term means A plus 9D plus 7. Taking into one side, this is question number 10, remember. A plus 16D minus A minus 9D, just keep 7 there, plus A and minus A equal numbers, opposite sign. 16D minus 9D, it is 7D equal to 7, D equal to 7 by 7, then you will get D equal to 1. Any questions? Once you understand what is the question, first just keep in your mind so easily, so simply, read the question very carefully and look at the things that what are the options are given. Write down and finally try to find out the answer, that what we are going to find out really. So if we can take one more question here, that will be quite interesting one. If I take the question number 14. In question number 14, it is said that how many multiples of 4 lie between 10 and 250? Is that clear, the question? The multiple of 4 means 4, 8, 12, is it 16, 20. So such kind of multiples of 4, it should lie between 10 and 250, from 10 to 250. Remember, I cannot take 10 and 250, is it? Then it will start from 12. The next term will be 12 plus 4, 16, then 20. Keep writing. What could be the last term? The last term is 248. Is it? 250 cannot be divided by 4. So here the first term is A, that is 12. Next is D, 16 minus 12 is 4. The last term, this is called N term, equal to 248. Then the N has not given here. Is it? The question is how many multiples of 4? That means such kind of how many terms are available which can be the multiples of 4. Will start from 10 to 250. Then the first number is 12. Next one is, D is 4, and this is the last term is 248. Now let's see by using the formula N term. Substituting 248, A equal to 12, N equal to N, because we don't know the N. How many terms means we should find out N. N minus 1. D equal to 4. 248 equal to 12 plus 4 into N, 4N, minus 4 ones are 4. Now 248 equal to 12 minus 4 equal to 8 plus 4N. Then 248, taking 8 into left hand side, it will become minus 8 equal to 4N. Now 4N equal to 248 minus 8 equal to 240. Then N equal to 240 divided by 4. N equal to 4 ones are 4 6. This is the answer. That means we have such kind of 60 terms, right, which are the multiple of 4. Okay, so There are so many questions of such kind. You can keep practicing yourself, and if any such kind of questions, you can just send the text, or you can comment on the comment box. The comment box is there to comment the questions. We will reply it very soon. Okay, so in the first video of arithmetic progression, we have seen the definition, the different formulas, then how to find out A, then the common difference, then what is the term. Everything we have gone very deeply. Most of the questions are covered. I mean, same kind of pattern will be there. Now the next video, for the next part of arithmetic progression, in part 2, we will see the sum of terms. After going through the sum of terms in the arithmetic progression, we will see some applied questions or some kind of twisted question which is not given in your textbook. So that will be the very challenging one. Okay, so in today's class, so I need to say it's a time to conclude today's class. So if there is anything to ask, you can just comment on the comment box. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and we'll meet very soon with all of you. Until then, take care of yourself and keep practicing at your home. Be safe, be at home. Until then, have a nice day.